Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Gone. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run, and then executed.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Gone. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Not scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 77 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. It's Cousins on the sneak. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Vikings are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Goff's throw taken in by Chark. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Loaded with talent. DJ Chark hasn't been able to stay on the field to replicate a Pro Bowl season from 2019. Detroit gave him a big 1-year prove-it deal to see if he can recapture that form. And he comes through here.
Touchdown, Detroit! DeAndre Swift, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 45. Big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? They threw it downfield and it pounded into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out now come the Lions. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is going to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Go off a handoff here to Swift. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. Gets around him. And one more time. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play fake for Swift. Now gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now gone. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't march to the end zone the last time out.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Throwing, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touching on a finger on him until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to go down. sacked right around the 17. But Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they got no chance to win this game.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. It's actually very surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get ahead of it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. They go play action. Cousins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. They really went down defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion.
That's well executed there on 3rd down. I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Cousins now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that might be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Vikings take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 29, Goff. And this one too low.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Goff on third down. Open man is Quintez Cephus. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air again, Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
The final shot before break here, Goff. He's going to go up top again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lucy, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Vikings. He'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They run again on first down. Cook. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, Cook. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run the counter with Cook. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They run it again with Cook. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. To throw is Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. Back to throw, Goff. And this one taken in by Seif. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings. So it's a turnover there on a lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation, because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown in the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On play action, Cousins. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Julian Okwara. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on second and long. Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's brought down. Not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On second and goal, Cousins. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And even 100 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Goff now looks to throw. He gets this complete to Cephas. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Goff now looking to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Goff. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. On second down, Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Going with their tight end on 4th. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. And a gadget play on 4th down runs on backfire. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action now. Cousins. Going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard that brings up 2nd and goal.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
We got this.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Goff. He's got Cook. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Goff now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Talking about 2 sides of the ball cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Sharp calls it in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, gone. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Cousins here to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead,
he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are an extra point away from going up by 30. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Lions now. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is gone. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Goff. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Goff on 1st down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Illegal touching. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Throwing again is gone. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start the drive with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. But Charles, a lot of